Hello everyone, it's Bradley from Melasoft. I'm the sales manager here, and in today's video we're going to discuss a Greece e-delivery solution that we offer. In today's meeting we're going to have the agenda of a company introduction of Melasoft, some background information about us, some of the products and services that we offer as a company, and then we'll go into the current status of e-delivery in Greece. We'll talk about background information and some project goals from the Greek government. And then we're going to move on to our own e-transport or e-delivery solution at Melasoft. We'll discuss some of the system components and functions of our solution and also the capabilities. And lastly, we'll finish on a project implementation plan. So Melasoft, who are we? So we were established in 2013. We're headquartered in Frankfurt, Germany, and we have offices across Europe and also in Turkey. Our vision statement at Melasoft is we want to empower businesses through seamless SAP ERP solutions and cutting-edge compliance innovations. We redefine excellence in digital transformation. Also at Melasoft, our mission is to revolutionize the business landscape by delivering unparalleled SAP ERP consultancy and e-compliance solutions. We strive to enhance operational efficiency, promote sustainable growth, and ensure regulatory compliance for our customers. So Melasoft, these are the key points of our business. So at Melasoft, we're a SAP Silver partner. We also are a PEPL access point, so we're a service provider through PEPL. We have operations in 30 plus countries. As I mentioned earlier, we have offices across 5 different locations. Also, we're ISO certified from a security perspective, and we also work with over 100 multinational customers across the world. There are 3 main operations of our business at Melasoft. So we have SAP Project Management Department, we have SAP Support Services, and we also have a department specific for e-compliance products, for example, e-invoice, VAT reporting, inflation accounting. Obviously, in today's meeting, we're going to discuss e-delivery for Greece, so this will be the topic. Here's also a nice map of the world of where we offer products and services. As you can see, we operate heavily in Europe, also operate in North Africa, Middle East and Central Asia and Southeast Asia. So yeah, we're quite widespread across the globe. There are 4 business units or 4 departments in Melasoft. So we have Research and Business and Development, which is where I'm located. We have Software Development Department. We have an SAP department as well. And then we've also created a new department for the PEPL service provider status that we have. So this is to manage the architecture of our solution through PEPL. If there's anything that is unanswered or you want to find out more information about Melasoft, please visit our website at melasoft.com and you can find every bit of information on there. So moving on, what is this current status of the process for e-delivery in Greece? So mainly the Greek Ministry of Economic and Finance and Independent Authority for Public Revenue, the AADE, has launched basically the electronic delivery node on myDATA platform. So they already have e-invoice, but now they're moving to an e-transport / e-delivery solution. So this is to do with the shipment of goods. So in essence, the solution would simplify the business transactions, enable real-time monitoring of a product's origin and destination, and it also applies to domestic and international shipments within and outside of Greece. And why is the Greek government implementing such a solution? So it's in the interest of the government to improve transparency and security in the logistics. It also allows real-time monitoring of the shipments, which will have detailed information about the collection or the delivery of goods. And it also gives transport companies more flexibility to optimize their logistic operations. It reduces handling costs. It also reduces or eliminates administrative or billing delays, and it also minimizes the discrepancies at delivery points by eliminating the need for paperwork. So there's going to be phases in Greece of implementation, so you can either be in phase A or phase B, But let's discuss phase A. So phase A, the core features for creating and sending shipment notes via myDATA. So this will be the generation of the shipping documents and also the ability to track movements by scanning the QR code on transport documents. And then phase B, which is basically the digital oversight of the movement, transshipment and delivery of goods. So this will involve digitally monitoring the shipments and transshipments. It also includes the confirmation of documents and goods through QR code scanning, and also which will be on the transport documents, and also the quantity and quality inspection by the recipient. So how do you know if you're in phase A or phase B? So in essence, it's to do with the turnover. So if you're earning, or your turnover is over 200,000 euros, then you have until December the 1st, 2024 to implement. And then if you're in phase B, it's more to do with if you're under 200,000 euros turnover per year, you have until the 1st of April to be able to implement the solution. And for example, it'll be mandatory for public sector or local authorities and public law entities. This will be in phase B, but it'll be towards 2026 in January. So this is the process flow for Greece e-transport. And we can consider responsible unit as yourself, as the customer. So in essence, you need to be connected to the myDATA platform via API services. So for example, if you use SAP, you would be connected to the myDATA platform via API services. Once you send your e-delivery document to myDATA, they'll check the syntax and also the semantic structure and return to you either a mark and a unique identifying number if it's approved from their side, or if it's not, they'll return some errors if there's some sort of criteria that's not been met. And then you would apply the QR code, and this integrates the document back into the ERP system, and then you would be able to use the approved document from the myDATA platform during the transportation process. And this is where Melasoft come in. We actually have our own e-delivery and e-transport solution that is compatible with the myDATA e-delivery requirements and the regulations set by the Greek government. So we're able to provide our own e-delivery solution, and it would be able to create the XML in line with the government standards. You're also able to send this document to the myDATA platform and to your customers, and also receive them as well. Also within the cockpit, you're able to check the status, whether it's accepted or rejected. And also we have the capability to determine these checks before you send them to the myDATA platform. So you would know if the XML is incorrect or there's missing fields. This would be checked internally on the SAP cockpit, and then you would know if there's any missing fields, and then you can correct them and send them to the myDATA platform. And then we're going to discuss now the specific solution that Melasoft offer in terms of Greece for e-transport or e-delivery. So Melasoft solution for e-transport, we have two cockpits. We have outbound cockpits. So this outbound cockpit sends all the required documents to the government portal, for example, myDATA. And then we also have the inbound cockpit, which is for all the incoming documents from the government portal, and they are then transferred to the SAP system. So that'll be the verified numbers, the unique identifying numbers, for example. We also have application programs, which is end user programs for using our e-transport SAP add-on. We have periodic jobs. So the aim of periodic jobs within our solution is to automatically call the government or the myDATA platform for updating the status. So if it's been approved, then you will be notified of that in our solution. And then we have custom programs and tables. So this is specific for the companies. So you can customize our solution. You can put certain things onto the delivery note or onto the document, and this can be added to the XML. And this is the detailed version of what is included within the XML structure from the Greek perspective. So I'll go through each one step by step. So within the XML that you send to the myDATA platform, you would need sender information on there. So that is the name, the address, the VAT number of the sender. You would also need to have recipient information on there as well, which is the name, address, and also VAT number of them as well. You would have the document type, which is required, for example, consignment note or delivery note. You would also need a document number, which is a unique number assigned to the e-delivery note. Obviously, date and time of the issuance of the e-delivery note is important because it's to do with the transportation of goods. You would also need to have what is in the shipment. So, for example, the description of goods that are being transported, including the quantity, the weight, and also any other relevant information, for example, serial numbers or lot numbers. You would also need to include on the XML the value of goods, so the total value that is being transported, also including VAT. Also the shipping information, so this is to do with the method, whether it's by road, rail, sea or air. Also the origin and destination, so this would be if it's passing through multiple EU countries, you would have to have the original destination or the going destination of the goods in the document. Also you'll need driver and vehicle information within the XML, so this is the driver's name, the license number of the vehicle used for transportation, for example if it's by road and it's being transported by a truck. This QR code as well should be there, and this is a QR code that's generated by the system and it's used to check and verify the movement of the goods. And the unique identification number this is also provided by myDATA platform after the validation of the document. So this is also the process flow of our solution. So our SAP solution would be integrated with the relevant modules within your ERP. We would then receive the necessary data from your tables. We would then create the structured XML file to the Greek format. We would then submit that file to the myDATA platform. And then once it's validated by the Greek myDATA platform, we would get a unique identifier number, and then we would also apply a QR code to the XML document, and then it would be saved within the SAP system. Also, here's some system architecture of what it would look like. As you can see on the slide, you have a sender, you have the SAP environment, modules MM, SD and FI, and our cockpit is also within your SAP ERP environment, and we would then send the XML via API services to the myDATA platform, and then returned to us would be the unique identifying number once approved by the Greek government. Also, there's some alternative that could occur, and that is if you can't connect to third-party systems because of privacy or because of cybersecurity. So we can also integrate our Melasoft add-on through CPI or PIPO layers. So then we can connect our cockpit to CPI, and then the CPI can communicate with the myDATA platform and then return the unique identifying number to our cockpit as well. So this is also another option that we can do. And the key features of our solution, so our SAP add-on works within the SAP system under the control of your company. Melasoft, we have our own namespace, so we don't need to modify your client system. We also have the ability to display the waybill in PDF, XML, HTML, all within the SAP cockpit. We also have the ability to integrate with different systems, for example CPI or PIPO. We can also authorize transactions, so there might be a specific person in your company that needs to have the authority to send the e-delivery documents, and we're also able to improve the outputs via BADI. We also have the ability to log the operations, so everything within the cockpit is logged: who created the document, who sent, who edited. It's also adaptable. Our solution is quite flexible, and it works with different systems and modern and flexible architecture. And we can also have a central solution or multi-country implementation as well. So this is also a implementation plan, so that it would come in 5 phases. We would have the preparation phase, where we would form project teams. We would create the definition of user accounts. Then we would move on to the explore phase. So we would analyze your system in a functional way. We would identify specific customizations or XML mappings that are required. We would then enter the realize phase, and this would be any sort of additional developments from the explore phase that needs to be done. We would also do unit and integration tests during this phase, and then we would do training and user acceptance tests as well. We would then deploy the add-on into the production system. We would do any sort of final controls here, and then we would move on to the approval. Once we have the solution approved in the deploy phase, we would then go into hypercare period and support and maintenance, where we would look after the system, or if there's any changes from myDATA or the Greek government, we would apply these changes to the solution. Also, if you're interested or you want to know more, please email us at info@melasoft.com. Please feel free, if you want the slides, email me directly at bradleybirch@melasoft.com. Thanks a lot for listening. Bye-bye.